Good afternoon, everyone. I am the reporter for this afternoon. I am Christian Mike Mabido, and my topic is all about the fire protection and prevention. So this topic is the continuation of the past reporter, which is the chapter 9. So this topic all about what is the fire protection and prevention. Chapter 9, outside protection. Hydrants. A sufficient number of hydrants shall be installed to provide hose streams for every part of the exterior of each building, not covered by standpipe protection for every part of each building by the use of lead of hose normally attached to the hydrants. Inadequate houses shall be placed nearby the hydrants with standard accessories as follows. So these are the following na mga standard sa mga hydrants. What is hydrants? Itong hydrants is karang makita na to sa dalan, karang kulay pula. Kung mabanggaan siya something yung mga sakyanan is na ay mag-aawas-awas ng mga tubig. So, mga siyang hydrants. Excuse me. Number 1 na mga accessories, which is the approved adjustable spray solid stream nozzle equipped with the shut-off for each size of hose 65 mm. Fire axe with brackets, hydrant wrench, coupling spanner for each size hose provided 65 mm, and lastly, hose coupling gasket for each size of hose 65 mm. Dry standpipe. So the dry standpipe is that natakil na siya by Mr. Gregorio. So it is overview na lang. So standpipe systems are none of the best internal means for extinguishing fires in building and structures. Even in buildings equipped with automatic sprinkler system, standpipe is necessary. Standpipes are required in places such as the upper story of high buildings or large areas, low height buildings, and in other structures where construction size of other features limit the use of the hose streams from the exterior. So there are types of mga dry standpipe. So class 1, which is class 1 for use by fire department and those trained in handling heavy fire stream 65 mm hose. Class 2 for use primarily by the building occupants until the arrival of the fire department 38 mm hose. Class 3 for use either by the fire department and those trained in handling heavy hose stream 65 mm or by the building occupants 38 mm hose. So local fire code requirements. So Fire Code of the Philippines, which is the Presidential Decree number 1185, requires that the allowing establishment to protect with the automatic water sprinkler system. So makita niyo sa mga buildings or even sa Ramon Magsaysay na tayo mga automatic water sprinklers. Nakita nyo sa every room, karang murag mga panel sa tubo gud sa every room nga kulay pula. So na siya naka-attach nga mga automatic water sprinkler if ever na mga fire nga mag-occur. So types, high-rise buildings, structure or facilities 15 meters or more, measures from the grade level to the floor of the topmost story for every new or old building. Number 2, places of assembly. Stage equipped with fly galleries, gridirons, and rigging for the movable theater type scenery and every enclosed platform larger than 46.5 square meters in area. Number 3, educational building below the floor of exit discharge. General storage boiler, oil furnace rooms, fuel storage, janitor closets, maintenance shop, including woodworking and painting areas, laundries, and kitchen. If these areas are not separated from the other parts of building with 1R fire-resistant material rating and all openings are not protected with self-closing door. Number 5, institutional occupancies and residential areas. Throughout all hospitals, nursing homes, and residential custodial care facilities, including hazardous areas. Mercantile occupancies. Number 6, automatic sprinkler protection system shall be installed in all mercantile occupancies as follows. A, in all one-story building over 1,394 square meter in area. In all building over 1 story in height and exceeding 2,787 square meter in gross area. Throughout floor below, the street floor having 232.5 square meter when used for space, storage, or handling of combustible goods and merchandise. Number 7, business occupancies. All business occupancy building over 15 meters high shall be provided throughout with automatic sprinkler protection. Number 8, industrial occupancies. Over high hazard occupancy shall have automatic protection or such other protection as may be appropriate to the particular hazard. Number 9, pier and water surrounded structure. Pier PEC must be provided with automatic fire suppression system, protection for combustible structure and for superstructure if any. Number 10, cellulose nitrate plastic o peroxylene. All new and existing building used for the manufacture of storage of article of cellulose nitrate plastic or peroxylene is in quantities exceeding 45 kg. Number 11, high-filled combustible stock required in each building used for high-filled combustible stock when the area exceeds 2/3 of the sum of the basic floor area. And lastly, number 12, deep tanks. Deep tanks of over 570 liters capacity of 0.93 square meter liquid surface area shall be protected with an approval automatic fire extinguishing system. So next is the portable fire extinguisher. So if you haven't seen any kinds of extinguisher, so these are the example pictures. These are different type of fire extinguisher. So these are the for the emergency purposes. For example, yung mga mag-occur nga fire, so natin magamit ng mga portable fire extinguisher. But not all fire extinguisher is magamit for that specific fire. Kay, for example, na-fire nga nag-occur, so tanan nga fire extinguisher is pwede magamit mo. So na siya specific kinds of fire extinguisher nga pwede natong gamiton. Kay basig, if lahi nga fire extinguisher atong gamiton, mas lala pa ang mahitabo sa kalayos or mas magdako pa gyud siya. So portable fire extinguishers, portable are appliances to be used by the occupants of a building or area, primarily for immediate use on small fires. So mo to siya nga, na if na mag-occur nga mga fires or small fires, magamit ato siya. But katong kind of extinguisher lang kung unsa nga fire ang nagsunog. So the basic types of fire are as follows. Class A fires are fires in ordinary combustible materials such as wood, clothes, paper, rubber, and many plastics. Extinguisher for protection of Class A hazards shall be selected from the following water types: foam, loaded streams, and multi-purpose dry chemicals. So sa Class A nga fire is katong na ay mga nasunog nga wood, cloth, paper, rubber is ang pwede lang gamitin niya is water types, foam, loaded stream, and multi-purpose dry chemicals. Kay if ever iba nga fire extinguisher magamit nimo basig maglala pa ang sunog. So Class B fire are fires in flammable liquids, gases, and greases. Extinguishers for protection of Class B hazard shall be selected from the following halon: 1301 halon, 1211 carbon dioxide, dry chemical types, or foam and loaded streams. Class C fires are fires which involve energized electrical equipment where electrical conductivity of the extinguishing media is of importance. Extinguishers for protection of Class C hazards shall be selected from the following halon: 1301, halon 1211, and carbon dioxide and dry chemical types. Class D fires are fires in combustible metals such as magnesium, titanium, zirconium, sodium, and potassium. Extinguishers and extinguishing agent for the protection of the Class D hazard shall be of type approved for use on the specific combustible metal hazard. Next is the extinguisher location and mounting. Fire extinguishers should be installed in plain view, in an accessible spot, near room exits which provide an escape route. Extinguishers must be located away from the fire hazard. Must be installed so that the top is not more than 1,500 mm above from the floor. So, ang kailangan dahil ibutang nato ang mga fire extinguisher is sa mga dali lang makitaan nga area. So, like sa mga doors or sa mga fire exits or something sa mga doon sa mga hallway so that ma-identify da yun nga na ay fire extinguisher dara nga na gibutang. So, dali siya magamit. Next is the outdoor general storage. Purpose. Requirements contained herein are for the proper handling and safeguarding of storage of types of commodities of moderate combustible hazard. Standard for the storage of non-combustible commodities and those of extra combustible hazard are excluded, as well as storage of covered by specific standard. Definition. Extra combustible. Materials which by themselves or in combination with their packaging are highly susceptible to ignition and will contribute to the intensity and rapid spread of fire. Moderate combustible. Materials or their packaging, either of which will contribute fuel to fire. And lastly is the non-combustible. Materials and their packaging which will neither ignite nor support combustion. So that are the type of combustible materials. Isa is extra combustible nga highly nga mag-contribute sa fire. Isa is ang moderate combustible na makadagdag po siya nga maka-fuel sa fire, or ang isa is the non-combustible nga bisag masunog pa siya, dili siya maka-support o combustion. So, next is the outdoor storage. Outdoor storage. Outdoor storage is recognized as standard practice for certain commodities, which by reason for their bulk cannot be ordinarily placed in storage buildings. Material peeling. Materials shall be stored in unit piles as low in height and small area as inconsistent with good practice for the material stored. The maximum height will be determined by the base of pile and type of packaging, stability of the material, and limit of the effective reach of hose streams. Fences. The entire property shall be surrounded in the fence or other suitable means to prevent access of any unauthorized person. Buildings. Buildings and outside yards shall be located with such clear space to open yard storage as is practicable, but shall be not less than 4,500 mm from the open yard peeling unless building have blank exterior masonry walls. Yard maintenance and operation. The entire storage site shall be kept free from accumulation of unnecessary combustible materials. Woods and grass shall be kept down, and regular procedure provided for the periodic cleanup of the entire area. Storage and use of motor vehicles using gasoline or liquefied petroleum gas as fuel. Vehicle should be garaged in a separate detached building. Storage and handling of fuel shall conform to approved standard of flammable and combustible liquids and approved standard for the storage and handling of liquefied petroleum gases. Repair operations shall be conducted outside the yard unless separate masonry building is provided. Next is the fire protection. Provision shall be made by some suitable means for promptly notifying the public, fire department, or private fire brigade in case of fire or other emergency. And lastly, watch service. Standard watch service shall be provided and continuously throughout the yard and storage area at all times while the yard is otherwise unoccupied. So thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for the time that you render for my topic, and God bless everyone.